In Ideal Cooking in Carla's Kitchen today, we're making a triple berry tart. And I made this years ago. I learned to make this triple berry years ago in making pies, and I've since done it with phyllo dough, and I like it better as a tart. But I do it a little bit different than a lot of recipes. I like to form what I call the pectin, the thickening agent, in the saucepan, get it really thick. Then add the berries and then bake them up, and I find I have a lot better success. So all I've done is taken water and brought it to a boil with some sugar substitute. Now, you can use sugar, and I'll put in the recipe both ways. And so now I've added some triple berries. I just buy the frozen triple berry mixture, blueberries, blackberries, and raspberries. And I'm going to bring this back up to a boil. And then I'm going to add my thickening to it. And get this really thick, and we'll cool it, and then we'll add fresh berries. We'll make the pie with fresh berries, but this thickening, and they'll come out bursting with flavor, but thick, so it doesn't run all over the place. Then I think the other trick is fill your crust, whatever you're using. I'm using phyllo dough today. Fill your crust with this, and give it bake it quite long. 45 minutes to an hour. I have to usually tint the dough with foil so it doesn't burn, and then let it cool completely, and then it won't run. It's really a great tart to serve. So I'll come back when this is ready to add. Okay, you can see that the berries now are just coming up to a boil. I'm going to add the lemon juice, and then I mix cornstarch and tapioca flour for my thickening. I like the tapioca flour because it's a little bit sweeter, but I found it doesn't do exactly like cornstarch, so I have to still add some cornstarch. So I do like a half and half mixture. And you can see right away this is getting thick. I'm going to keep this going for a little bit. We're going to cook this, and then I'll show you when it's done. Okay, you can see it's really thick. And with this, when this cools, it'll be even thicker. So I'm going to let this cool, and then I'm going to add the berries to it, and then leave it for a while before I add it to the pie crust, the phyllo dough crust. Okay, now I've washed the berries I'm using for the triple berry, raspberries, blackberries, and blueberries, and I'm going to take the pectin, what I call, that we made earlier, and I'm just going to dump it inside this bowl. It's a little hard to do while I hold on to the camera. And then gently, I like to do it this way because it holds the shape of the berries better. So you're gently gonna stir that up. Then I'm gonna do the phyllo dough in the tart pan, and then dump this in. So I'm gonna take the video camera back and show you how I do the phyllo dough and then make the rest of the tart. Okay, if you can see it, I've folded it all up and kind of ruffled it in the middle. Now I'm going to bake it, and I'll show you what it looks like when it comes out. Okay, now we're ready to work with the crust. Got the phyllo dough right here, and like before, you want to work fast with it. Just going to brush a little melted butter on it. Put another layer of dough on top of that one. And then on the tart pan, we're putting half of it in the tart pan and half of it outside the tart pan because it's going to fold over. And I'll show you that after I get all of these pieces. So basically you're going to do this all the way around that tart pan. You're trying to create a nice thick enough, not super thick, bottom crust and a light flaky top crust is what you're trying to do. So just take this and we'll fill it with the berry mixture that we've made. So you're overlapping. So if you can see, you're overlapping them on the tart pan. And I'll come back and show you what it's going to look like when this is what it looks like when it's completely done. I've got to work really quick. I'm going to take the mixture that we did earlier. I'm going to dump it in there. Then I'm going to fold these ends over, and I'll try to show you that while I'm holding the camera. Okay, that's what it looks like when it's done. I'll let it cool really good so the pectin has a chance to really set up and hold it, and then slice it up and serve it.